Okay, finally, the BMW is now straight piped. Oh my god! Okay, firstly, this video is sponsored by Squarespace, and secondly, we are more than 100% dedicated to transforming my stolen recovered BMW M140i. Now, transforming this 140i into a sort of M2 hatchback has been a little bit of a headache, to say the least, but today we continue that headache. Now, in the last video, Wheelmania supplied us with these Bowler alloys. They fit perfectly on the rear of this 140i, 19-inch by 9.5J. Absolute perfect fitment. But as for the front, we've got a BMW M2 competition front end on it. These wheels are spec for a 140i, and the fitment, well, not so good. But that's not the only problem. Now, as for the rear of the car, I fitted this M2 style rear bumper to the rear of the 140i. It looks like an M2 bumper, but it's actually the width of a 140i bumper. We don't have an exhaust on it. And that is because on the M2 it has twin exits each side of the bumper. Now, when I bought this M140i from auction, it came with no exhaust at all. Well, I think there's actually a downpipe with a catalytic converter in there, but nothing else. Now, today I'm hoping we can fix both of those problems and get the 140i on the road for the first time. So let's start things off with the front end. Now, these are 30mm wheel spacers for the front. Yes, probably the biggest wheel spacers I've ever ran on the front of a car. They're hub-centric, so they actually bolt to the hub, then the wheel bolts on top. I hope I've measured this right. So 30mm wider is right here. It's going to bring this side out 30mm and that side out 30mm, which I suspect should bring it flush. There's only one way to find out. Let's do it. We're on a journey. Okay, first step is to make sure that the wheel hub is nice and clean, so when the spacer bolts onto it, there's no dirt in between the wheel hub and the spacer. I then begin to paint the wheel hub black because I realised I bought black spacers, so I didn't want the spacers to stand out loads between the wheel and the wheel hub. I made sure these were properly torqued on because you do not want these spacers to come loose. And job done. Okay, wheel spacers are on both sides. Now, the width is looking pretty good. We probably could have gone wider, but I'm not even going to go into it. 30mm is probably the wide as I dare go. Now, I accidentally ordered black, but I think by painting the hub black, it sort of disguised it a bit. Let's lower this down and see what it looks like. I hope this is going to be okay. Let's see. Yes, I think we've just about smashed it here. Only just. Check it out. Okay, so now it's sitting sort of flush with the arch. It's still a little bit on the inside. A little bit. Maybe we could have pushed it out a couple more mil or so. But still, that is looking so much better now. And it's not hiding the wheels. It doesn't look as lost. I think we just about smashed it with that. I don't know. Let me know in the comment section below. But I think that is just about right, and it's given us some nice clearance on the front. We just about got away with that one. Okay, so the exhaust, or the lack of it. There is actually a downpipe at the front. So right here is the remains of a downpipe. Now, at first I thought it'd actually been cut off from here, but it looks too clean of a cut to actually be cut off. So I think maybe it was just actually removed and taken off and probably sold if it had an aftermarket exhaust on. So there is literally no exhaust from the downpipe all the way to the back. So I'm going to be taking the 140i to a company called Jacques Fab Performance, and they're going to fabricate a customized exhaust for the BMW 140i to make it fit that M2 style rear bumper. Now, I could get it trailered there, but I'm a little bit excited about driving this thing for the first time and getting it on the road. I'm not sure it's actually advisable to drive with the exhaust like that, but I'm going to send it anyway. Okay, so first time out in the 140i. Obviously, we're going to take things quite easy because, well, we have no exhaust on it. But once that exhaust is made and on the car, then we can start to really test this car out and get a feel for it on the way back, which is what I'm looking forward to. And fingers crossed, there's nothing wrong with the engine or gearbox. This is really going to be a true test for it. So let's head to Jacques Fab Performance. So I arrived at Jacques Fab Performance, who'll be taking care of the 140i today. I've mentioned that I'd put a link to his website in the description box below, and he said he didn't have a website. What? You don't have a website? Well, it's a good job that this video is sponsored by Squarespace because they do everything from websites to online stores to marketing tools and analytics. Squarespace really is the all-in-one platform to build and run your business. Check this out. So after clicking the link in the description box below so you receive 10% off, you can then begin to start your website. Now, Squarespace has hundreds of templates to choose from, so you can find one which best suits your style. Once you've chosen your template, you can then go in and edit it to add your logos, to add your photos. It's really simple and easy to customize the website to make it look like your own. And before you know it, you have a professional looking landing page. There's loads of tools on the left hand side so you can see what it looked like in a mobile view, and marketing tools as well, like email campaigns, so you can reach out to new customers to tell them about new products, videos, or any special offers that you've got going on. Squarespace really is the all-in-one platform. So when you need a website, click the link in the description box below or head to squarespace.com, and when you're ready to launch your website, use code Matt Armstrong and that'll get you 10% off your first website or domain name. Once again, thanks Squarespace for sponsoring this video. Let's go see how Dave's getting on with the exhaust. So right here we have a second-hand Scorpion exhaust courtesy of Mallory Performance, so shout out to those guys. But this is not the full exhaust system, this is just the centre part of it. Now the back is going to have to be custom built here by Dave. So a lot of cutting and welding is going to be involved to make this work.
Before when I met you, I never saw. No, I never saw the way that you look. Now is all I know. Yeah, is all I know. Forget about the.
But within a few hours, Dave had something mocked up and ready to go, and it looks absolutely incredible. It wasn't long before we could bolt it up to the car and then put on the new exhaust tips as well. The carbon 3.5-inch exhaust tips. Okay, so Dave has absolutely smashed it with the exhaust. Full, customised, back bot deletes. It looks so sick. Normally on these exhaust videos, we have a lot sort of before and after comparison, but we've got nothing before to compare it to because we obviously had no exhaust on it from the start. So this is going to be interesting to get the first start to see what it's going to sound like. Personally, 140i's, they're not the best sounding car, but well, let's see what this one sounds like. It's not too bad. It's not, the idle is nice. That actually sounds pretty good. That is sick. For a 140i, you know what, I was always a bit sceptical with 140i's and the sound, but that does actually sound good. There's only one thing we've got to do now. Take this thing out, get it on the road and see what it sounds like under load, but I am buzzing with that. It does sound so good. This thing's rapid. Little crackles on the downshift. This thing is actually really quick. I don't know. No, I wouldn't be surprised if this thing's actually had a remap or something. I mean, finding all those aftermarket parts on it, it could have had a remap, but I don't know how quick these are, but these feel so quick. Okay, I am more than impressed with this 140i. I can see now why they are so popular. It is quick, it feels really light, and it's comfortable as well. And the exhaust, it does look so good now. The rear of the 140i now looks so sick. The wheel fitment and the M2 style rear bumper combined with the twin tips, it is coming together. If you just sort of squint and imagine this car in all one colour, you can just imagine the final product. But we've still got a long way to go, but the exhaust is definitely a step in the right direction. Now for me personally, I think this should sound like that from standard. I don't know, what do you guys think? This is a hot hatch. It's meant to be like a sports car. It's meant to be loud but not obnoxious. Now I think the exhaust that's on it at the minute does that job, but I think we need to improve things further. Before we do that, I am convinced that this car's got a tune on it or something. It just feels so responsive. So I'm just gonna do a little 0 to 60 send on the way back to the unit. Same app, draggy app. Let's just see what we get. I don't know how to launch this thing. Spinning. probably a bad idea. These rear-wheel drive cars are not really a 0 to 60 car. An embarrassing but wheel spinning 5.4 seconds. On that note, back to the unit. So this is a downpipe that I got from OSPREY Performance using my discount code where I put the link in the description box for. This is going to replace the downpipe that's on the car, and then we're going to have a full 3-inch exhaust system going from the turbo all the way out the back. Now if this don't make it quicker and noisier, then I don't know what will. Now if this downpipe is anything like the Golf R downpipe to fit, then it's going to be a nightmare and we could be here hours, but well, there's only one way to find out. Let's crack on with it. Okay, so to get to the downpipe, we need to remove this pipe here and the airbox. Then we can have access to the downpipe and the lambda sensors which go into it. It actually wasn't too difficult to get to. There's a V-band clamp holding the downpipe to the turbo, and then there's 2 lambda sensors connected to the downpipe that we need to undo. Then we can loosen it off from underneath the car. There's just one bolt holding it to the hanger, and then there's just a clamp connecting it to the rest of the exhaust. Once those are all undone, we can then remove the stock downpipe. And here's the difference between the two. Up we go with the new downpipe, connecting it to the exhaust, and clamping it all together. Same process as fitting it, but in reverse.
Sweet Jesus, I just up the price for the features. I can see the fakes and the leeches. Girl, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it.
Okay, finally, the BMW is now straight piped. This should make it a lot louder. It will also make it quicker as well when combined with a tune, but that's still to come. We need to sort out the exterior, but I just wanted to get this straight pipe done. Now, Hannah's gonna do the honors and start this up for the first time. Don't really know what to expect, but let's see. Send it. Whoa, that is a lot louder already, I can tell. Woo. Oh my god, that is actually so loud. Oh, that has made a massive difference.
I got to like 3,000.
Oh my god. We're gonna let it warm up and I'll check back with you in a second. This is gonna be loud. Oh my god. That is so... Is it loud?
What the f*** have you done to it?
It's a straight pipe.
Is there no cats in it now?
Nothing, it's just a straight pipe. Okay, let's take this out on the road. Get ready for me to be pulled over. Okay, is this going to drone like hell? Here we go. It feels a lot quicker. And a lot noisier. That's more of me, definitely. That is how it should sound, 100%. It's so loud. But you know what, it's quite a nice type of loud. It doesn't, when you want to drive normally it doesn't drone, but when you want to give it full belt, then all hell unleashes. Let's get a little before and after sound. So this is before. And this is after. Improvement, definite improvement. Now all this exhaust malarkey has distracted me from the bodywork on the car, and I'm still deciding whether to go with those wide arches or not, but I will make my mind up soon. But we need to crack on with the bodywork before I get carried away with the power of this car, because it is absolutely ridiculous. But I'm more than happy with the look and the sound of the new exhaust. That is sick. So guys, again, let me know what you think of the new exhaust in the comment section below. And if you've liked this video, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up button. And again, I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.